We actually are as well. God damn, I suck.
Your words, not
Transitioning into the intro.
mine. Although I agree.
And we're live! Probably.
Well, I probably.
Probably!
But then you transition us into the intro.
I've already done the intro. That's all done. That's gone sparked off, and everything's working, and we don't need Donkey. I wasn't panicking.
I mean, you should be panicking because the first 30 seconds of audio before the video and the intro is us just talking about you not being ready and you being late.
They couldn't hear that.
Yeah, they could.
Nah.
Yeah, they could.
Nah, it's not relevant. It's not relevant. I tried. Yeah, it was intro. This is BBU Podcast number 32 with Mr.
What's that on
Fluffle.
your bed, by the way? Why have you got one green pillow and two black pillows? What's that
Oh,
about?
well, you want to see? You want to see my green pillow? It's Chip and Dale,
Oh, that's cute.
right?
Hang on, aren't you single?
There's a reason for that.
Aren't you single and unable to come to terms with your sexuality?
There's reasons for that too, but we're not going into that tonight.
I haven't got enough time.
We really don't.
So
So-
we're doing my order again today.
Upwards.
Oh, I'm in the middle? Shit, am I always in the middle when you do it?
I don't know where I am.
I believe this is the
Nah,
first
you're
time
on
I've failed to do this correctly. So
Wait, if
yes,
she's on top, doesn't that mean she has to do all the work?
good.
That's how that normally works, right?
I believe so. But I'm on the bottom, so I feel like I've got the bad end of the stick here, being below you.
Yeah, that's probably not good for
Yeah.
you. That's not a healthy spot for anybody. I even worry about the floor sometimes.
So, for today's topics, we're going to move away from that. And, Oda, how much Rocket League have you played?
0.
Brilliant. Okay, Rocket League is a game that is entirely about making your car look really pretty. That's what the game is about to 90% of the user base.
Yeah,
You
it's
just-
transmogging WoW. It's transmogging WoW.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have some people who are really into transmog, right?
So, basically, the latest update was a moral update, getting rid of a bunch of gambling things because gambling's bad and illegal in a bunch of countries, and it's aimed at, I think it's a 7+ game, so realistically they shouldn't have gambling in the game. So they decided to get rid of that, and they replaced it with a new system, and the new system...
You go into that new system, and I will. Do you want to check your audio? Because it's not very good.
My audio or your audio?
Your audio is not coming well.
Okay.
It's quite robotic.
Wait 30 seconds, it might be fixed.
Okay. So for 30 seconds, then they instead of using a loot box system like Overwatch and things like that, where it's more like CS:GO, I suppose. So you get a case, and then you buy a key to open the case, and you have a chance of getting one of X amount of items, right? They've now moved to a new model of you get a blueprint, and then you buy credits, and then you use those credits for the item. Correct? It's been 30 seconds, probably. You can talk again now.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm fixed or not.
Oh, well, you don't know until you talk.
That's true.
Yeah, it's better now. It's better now, John.
Yeah,
Said.
oh good.
Thanks, John.
Brilliant.
Appreciate
Thanks, appreciate it.
So that's my understanding of it, right? So it's now you buy premium currency, and then you use that currency to buy your skins.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Instead of buying keys to have a chance of getting the chest that you want, and then having a chance of getting the thing you want out of the chest.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense.
It's not gambling anymore.
It's no more gambling. You pay for what you want. You buy the things you want. Problem number one with the new update is not only have they released a system Alex mentioned, they've released another system wherein they have a rotating set of items available from the shop that anyone could buy anytime. Whereas normally you have to get a blueprint, which is a luck-based thing. Instead now, as well as the blueprint, you can get this thing that's in the shop at any time. But it rotates, so if you happen to not be on for that day, you don't get the item. And
That sounds
there's
good for me, though.
thousands
That
of
sounds good.
items in Rocket League. And one of the
I get
first
that.
things they put out was the Fennec, so that implies the Fennec's not there for a hot tick, and that's kind of sucky for people that might want the Fennec.
Now I get that, but it's still good. They could just not do that.
They could just not do that.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
League of Legends does it. There's 148 champions in League, and every week what champions are on sale changes. Of course it
True,
does. And
but
yeah, it's
you
not
can
gonna be
always
one-
obtain all of the champions, right? You always have the opportunity to buy them, no matter
I'm
what the
talking
week is.
specifically about skins. I know there's some skins that are legacy content that are only available on certain periods of time.
Okay, fair
And-
enough.
And yeah, if you're not there for that time, it's a ball ache.
That's
but-
annoying.
Yeah, it is, but at least the option's there.
Now, the real problem with the update, none of the prices make any sense at all to anybody involved. There was a private market run by the community a week ago where I could get the Fennec for, let's say, 3 keys. That same
Okay,
vehicle...
Stop. I know everybody in the Rocket League community says 3 keys, 12 keys, 9 keys. The rest of the people in the world don't know what that means.
I could have gotten a vehicle that looks pretty
How much
for £3.50 a week ago.
Okay.
That
There you go.
same item today, directly bought from the game developers, costs £20.
Now, the face you're pulling all day is the face that a lot of Rocket League players have got. And that makes sense.
Because it
But-
doesn't.
But that what you're talking about was a trade with another person.
Yes,
You were talking about actually purchasing the item from Psionics.
correct. And I specifically said that. I
Like-
said instead of
yeah.
trading person to person,
Yeah.
you're now buying
If
directly
you-
from the
like,
people. that
if you were to take the trading option out of the game and you were to buy the case, let's say you had all of the chests possible you needed to get the Fennec. How many cases do you have to open, you think, before you get it?
You mean
20?
crates? You mean the random
Crates.
crates? So it wasn't the rarest thing in the world. I think it had a 1 in 20 chance of getting it.
So 20 quid.
Yeah.
So the price is the same.
The price is not the same
From where they stand, it is.
from where they stand. It is.
Like, if it's a pound a key, pretty much, and they're now saying it's 20 quid to buy it, and there's a 1 in 20 chance, it's the same but without gambling. Yes, they'll make more money because there would be a chance of people going 21 goals and 22 and whatever else. But
Sure. The real problem here is there was a thriving market that they've destroyed so that they can it just doesn't make sense.
which is super bad, and that's why there'll never be a Counter-Strike Global Offensive 2, because people do the same thing there with skins,
Yeah.
and there is a massive market in CS:GO for skins.
The market is fucked right now in Rocket League because the credits, 100 credits, we all got given credits for having keys. They removed keys from the game entirely because there are no more crates to open with keys. We all got given like 100 credits per key, but the value of a key seems ridiculously higher than 100 credits now. Technically everything in the game is the same, but it doesn't line up because the market went and died.
Yeah.
Whereas last week I could have, with 3 keys, bought the Fennec. I can't with 300 credits buy the Fennec, and so everything's just gone out the window. And this is a
Yeah.
very small part of the game for most people.
It is.
Everyone's gone ballistic.
It is, and it isn't. Like, and there's some really stupid looking stuff in Rocket League.
Like that.
But as somebody who played CS:GO and wasn't AWPer, if genuinely memes aside, you watch 9 out of 10 videos on how to be an AWPer in CS:GO, and every one of them will say, "Buy a skin that you like," because you're staring at that gun all day, and you're like, you need it to not distract you, but you don't want it to be ugly. You need it to just be like something pleasant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's similar to Rocket League. If you have an ugly car in Rocket League, it can really be off-putting. It can. People that have aerials and like bright green stuff, and there's some disgusting stuff there. That is.
Another
I can't really relate it to WoW because transmogging and WoW all looks bad.
another thing they did wrong with this update was
It does. It's a 25-year-old game. Like, leave it alone.
the next thing wrong with this update was. You put me off. Sorry.
I'm getting so much shit from the WoW players now, but it's legitimately like 25 years old.
All 5 of us is gonna make a riot.
Nothing looks good.
Oh, the next thing wrong with this update was there's a Rocket Pass system where you can spend, I think it's basically a tenner every
Yeah.
3 months, and you get a bunch of free items, and you get the tenner back,
that
so you
gone?
don't have to respend it. It's not gone.
Oh, okay.
The decryptors are gone. So before, there was a
Oh,
free
I
way.
asked about this.
Yeah, and I had an answer, and my answer was wrong.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you would get chests for playing games. You get them from drops and stuff. Similar to CS:GO again, but you'd never get a key. What you could get though is on occasion you get a decryptor for getting to a certain level in the pass, right?
Yeah,
And
and
the
that
decryptor
was
you could use to open
untradeable, but you
any.
could have it.
Yeah, you could use that to open any case you wanted. And that's gone now.
Completely gone. They give you a mystery gift, which isn't the same because it's of any item in the game, as opposed to the ridiculous choice. You basically had a choice. You could use your decryptor on a specific crate, and then you've only got like 10 items it could be. Now it's any item in the game, anything at all. Mystery gift. There's no. What I thought they did was I thought they gave a free credit, or not credit, but like an alternative money source, right? Like that's what I said to you.
Yeah,
They haven't done that. That would make sense. They haven't done that. We've spoken about this a little bit since, and I genuinely think that League of Legends makes the most sense for Rocket League.
It's the best system out of it. In fact, slightly off topic. I took a League of Legends survey today because after the game, I was like, "Do you want to do the survey?" And I pressed yes because I'm an idiot.
I've got nothing better to do for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah. And I honestly put quite a bit of fucking thought into my very long answers. And one of the things that I mentioned, because they were asking, like, do you think compared to other devs, Riot Games are a greedy company? And people might disagree with me, but they're not. There's a lot of stuff you can get for free in that game. A lot. Like you can earn for free just by being good at the game as well. Playing your favorite champs or playing with friends. You get rewards for playing with friends too. And I'm not being funny, Psyonix don't have the biggest following in the world. Rocket League player base isn't getting bigger. It is steady, and the players that play it are sticking to it. But
it's trying to grow. Step 1 is obviously make it free to play.
Yeah.
Step 2 is not try and rip off. That's another thing. Rocket League is £15. Rocket League on sale is £4. An item in Rocket League is £25.
Yeah. doesn't
if you're going to charge for your game, you can't then charge potentially 6 times the price of said game for an item. That doesn't make any sense.
There's no real cash currency change like that. And well, I guess you can buy gold and then buy transmog stuff for gold, I guess.
I mean,
but there's not like a massive market for it really in that regard, is there?
not like that, no.
It's more grind and trade, right?
Like you most transmog items you can farm for yourself. You don't buy them.
Yeah.
Unless you buy them off the auction house for gold, and you can buy gold.
Yeah.
But
I promise you, there's items in WoW for transmog that are worth 4 times the price of the game.
Oh yes, if you go onto eBay, you can find
because
so much
Blizzard
shit.
are also greedy cunts. Just saying.
That's
They
people selling TCG stuff.
Yeah.
For real money.
Yeah. But it's a similar thing. Like Psyonix are just going to be greedy here, and
see, that's another thing is people are worried it's not Psyonix anymore.
It's Epic.
Yeah. We want so many good things to come from this deal, and we're worried it hasn't happened. We're worried it's gone the other way.
I don't think it will go the other way. People are always going to think the worst.
They do. They've done this in Fortnite. They actively put out bad updates so that when they fix them, everyone's happy, even though they're still being overpriced, but it's better.
Yeah.
And I don't like that business model. It's just dirty.
They're just dirty, but it makes the money, so that's why they do it.
But that's the thing. But you can make money without, like the League of Legends makes a good way.
I'm not saying it's okay.
Yeah.
But that's why, because they can get away with it. People.
They should bring back the Rocket Pass. That is something that should stay with the cryptos in, and they should work as they used to a point, I guess. Or even, you know what? They've got that thing where it's a different item every day or whatever. You should get a decryptor, and then you should just be able to hold on to it. And then whatever items are able for output every day, you can use the decryptor for that.
But then decryptors would be way more than they were before, which makes no sense because they lose more.
They make them less frequent to get in the pass. But just have the option there so that free-to-play players can still benefit. That's the important thing for me. Because you shouldn't be putting 20 quid into a game every week that you've also bought.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
No offense to WoW players.
It should go free to play.
It's not that
Yeah,
much
I'm
outplay
surprised it
already,
hasn't already.
but
That said, I'm surprised it hasn't moved to the Epic Store yet, so
New Year it will.
more than likely. Anyway, I
So-
think I'm done ranting about Rocket League for, at least 5 more minutes.
So we move on to Riot Games, extra $10 million.
100%. This is what everyone wants to hear about.
So new updates just came off League of Legends. If you reach, I think it's Master Tier or Grandmaster, then you can now order your own sex of your favorite champion from Riot. They put $10 million. Oh, this face.
What? You can order what?
No.
No. For the last 2 to 3 years, there's been a sexual harassment case going on in Riot Games as a whole, and it turned into a what are they called when it's loads of people, not just one case.
Suit.
Yeah, but it's a big suit. It's not just one. Oh,
Isn't that what we call it? Class suit?
Class action, there we go.
Class action, yeah. This is why she's here.
Yeah, 100%, because we're stupid.
So it turned into massive class action over the last 2 to 3 years about sexual harassment in the workplace towards women across Riot Games offices. And it could be something like just generic words that shouldn't be used towards women, especially in a working environment. There was a big uproar about it. I personally stand on the side of Riot. Nothing against their employees. I'm not saying they're lying or anything. Obviously, I'm not there. However, a lot of people are like, oh, the Riot are horrible. Look at the way they treat their employees, blah, 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 blah. But as soon as the CEOs found out about it and it became like in the news, they instantly, within 24 hours, was like, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that, we're doing that, we're doing that. And they're implementing things to stop it. So the reason it's in the news again now is because they've agreed to pay $10 million to the class action for every single woman that worked at Riot in the last 3 years.
This doesn't seem like a good thing to me.
It works out at 10 grand a woman. But it depends on how long they've worked there and like how they were affected and stuff. But
How's
the big
fishing
thing-
going?
the class action is
No,
$10
that was
million.
some screensaver. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was like, no shit, what's happening?
Why do you think this is a good thing?
It sounds to me, personally, like they're admitting that they did everything wrong to every woman that's ever worked for them.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's
Not if they
transparency,
didn't.
not good.
Not if they didn't do everything wrong. Like if they did if they literally sexually harassed every single woman that worked for them, then straight up that's ridiculous.
No, I'm purely basing this on my knowledge of law that I've gained from watching Suits on Netflix multiple
Okay,
times.
sure.
However, if you look at YouTube videos of actual lawyers, is this like how close is this to reality? It is actually pretty close. But one of the things they talk about all the time in Suits is big corporations losing money every day when they have class action cases going on because they're paying lawyers, court fees, and the bad press that comes with it.
So they're just trying to get gone. Just
It's,
end
it's
it.
cheaper to just
Yeah,
pay
it's
out.
cheaper. $10 million is nothing to Riot. They made that with a new skin. 8 million people log in every single day. Like $10 million is nothing.
It's something
And
bad.
they've been owned by Tencent for 6 years.
That's the point. Like they're not
It
low on
doesn't-
money anytime soon, are
They
they?
find that in the back of the couch. Like, but I think it's a good thing because it shows. Yeah, sure, they probably are just passing off trying to get rid of it, but it does show that they're like, hey, we were wrong. Have a bunch of money.
Yeah,
Good.
okay, fair enough. And hopefully they are like you said, doing things to stop this happening in the future. Stop it happening now.
I can't give the source for the article because it was a long time ago when it first got brought up. However, in one of our previous podcasts, good luck finding it, we do discuss when the sexual harassment case first got made, and in there is my source for
To
writing.
be fair, that's very quick. Like if it's within a year, that's insanely quick.
Yeah, like they were super like, okay, cool, it's our bad, let's get it done.
So you just off topic slightly. You played the Clash?
Clash,
Yeah.
and League.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have played it previously. Was supposed to play
Yesterday?
today. No, it went down yesterday for EU. Because,
That's kind of what I'm referring to. It's like I don't know who that is, but
Europe West servers rose a meme in League for years and years.
Is it
Clash
still
has
a
been a
problem?
meme since they tried to release it. And honestly, they should get rid of Clash completely. Bring back ranked teams and only let people queue on the weekend.
It's the
But
same
hey,
thing.
that's just me. No,
Okay.
but that's what they should do.
Fair enough.
I wasn't taping it, but I could talk about that for an hour. But ranked teams, hype.
Hype. I
What
think
about the FTC rules? Cambridge and Analytica deceives Facebook users. What about that?
that's interesting to me. Like, it's
Didn't know
about
what
as
it is.
close as I can get to tech news, but I assume you heard about Cambridge Analytica interfering with Facebook ads 4 years ago in the UK.
I don't know what happened last week, I'll be honest.
Fair enough. Basically, there's a bunch of evidence
Bad
to
people.
imply that no, not really, just smart people. It implies that they were tampering with the way voters think in elections,
Oh shit, I do remember that now. Yeah.
and they were specifically putting targeted ads on Facebook.
Yeah.
The FTC, whose acronym evades me, has officially finally ruled that that's not okay and you can't do that. Which is super interesting to me in the world of, the internet. Like, no longer can you just put out semi-false information to make it look like your candidate, your
Yeah.
party is the one to vote for.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
bad.
that. I like
That's
that a
bad.
lot.
Slightly related, but also not related because it's not tech news. So for those who don't know, Hillsborough, Liverpool, the Sun, fuck off. We don't like the Sun newspaper in Liverpool. Doesn't happen. Gets boycott. So recently, actually, the England games were due to take place in the north, and the FA allegedly contacted Anfield about it. But for the last 2 years, Anfield will not let the Sun journalists in the ground at all for any event. They won't do it.
Okay.
And the FA has apparently turned around to Liverpool and said, well, in that case, you can't have any England games.
Isn't
Bit
this on
naughty.
like a really shitty newspaper though?
They're the shitty newspaper that accused the 96 fans that died of being their own fault. Even though it obviously, yeah. Not good journalism.
No.
So they've been boycotted from Liverpool for years. And it's a slightly similar thing, I guess, where like, cool. We're
Yeah.
just gonna make you think this, yeah.
Yeah, it's super interesting listening to some of the
So-
other side of that.
What happens to this?
What happens to
FTC
this?
ruling? Yeah, what happens to Analytica?
Realistically, nothing. That's not a law. There's no laws in place yet.
Okay.
But it's the start of that. It's the start of these laws coming into play. It's the start of basically governments being forced into the 21st century because, funnily enough, not everything should be about, I don't know, Brexit or making
No,
a
it
wall
shouldn't,
in
yeah.
Mexico. It should be about what's actually affecting actual people in the actual world because,
And regardless of my views on Brexit, I was one of those people who was like, hey, we should just fucking go now. Because that's been what our government's been doing for the last 4 years.
yeah. But yeah, this is all, yeah.
You can blame or whatever government's in charge of being shit and not looking after the country, but that's because the country's pressuring them to get us out of Brexit. It's stupid.
Or to not. But yeah,
No, yeah,
depending on where you live.
but this is not a political podcast, so
So we're going to move on to
slide
how
past that.
Chris is
Chris is
creaming over his new monitor that's in front of him, his new keyboard, his
hang
new
on.
mouse.
Didn't you say your desk is relatively clean right now? Give us
Yep.
a webcam tour, dude.
You want a webcam tour of my desk?
Yeah, give us
Yeah.
a webcam tour of the new rig. Sorry,
Eh, I can't.
it's going blurry.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm
Oh.
just going to fuck everything
Look, you're
up.
getting a shitty camera and not the C920.
It was
Just take
cheaper
the entire
for
monitor off.
3 days.
So he did get the Rocket Skelter keyboard,
That one there.
which is great.
And I got this Myonix grey mouse.
Also
It's-
comes in black and yellow, black and yellow, black.
But mine's cool.
You have mine's cool too. Yours looks like something out of a Windows 98 PC setup.
Yeah,
It does.
It's like, sweet.
It feels really nice, I promise.
Um,
I have put what you're about to say.
You've got some of the stuff that I recommended, but you also got a new monitor, right?
I did, yeah. You didn't touch my monitor. It's got all the frames, all of the frames, all of them.
Just that 12.
144.
104. So it's
My
12
PlayStation doesn't know what 60 is. I'm so happy.
Don't do this to me, Mum. Moving on.
Yeah, from your mum apparently.
So
What's
how
up
are you
next?
finding the new rig then? Playing things like Rocket League on 144 Hz instead is just sublime, right?
People say you can't notice anything above 60. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. They're lying.
I think it's
Lies.
actually like, I think it's nearly double. I think it's like 124 or something.
It's so
it's
beautiful.
nuts.
It's so beautiful.
Like, and right, this is another thing. I think people like, you won't notice the difference between 60 and 61. You won't notice the difference between 120 and 121. But you will notice the difference between 60 and 120. You just will. You can't not.
100%.
Like, we don't have super eyes, but you can see that it's twice as good quality.
Anyway, moving on from my personal life, because that's about it at the moment.
First impression.
Have you guys seen this? This is the Black Widow trailer.
No, I knew it was coming out, and I knew we'd use it at some point, so I decided not to watch it.
I didn't know we were going to use it, and I still haven't watched it because I don't watch trailers very much.
Good egg.
But I will totally be able to move us onto this without breaking it. So, we good to go?
Yeah. Why wouldn't we be? You text it.
I'll have to.
I used to have nothing.
Podcast subtitles.
So we've still got audio, right? Voice.
And then I got this job,
So we're probably talking over it right now, no one can see it.
this family. But nothing lasts forever.
God, we're so far behind because it's such a big delay.
It's never easy these days.
Who's playing her?
So what are you going to do?
I've lived a lot of lives.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
she is.
done running from my
At the very
past.
start, it looked.
I know you're out there.
I know you know I'm out here. So we're gonna talk like grown-ups?
Is that what we are?
It's good to see you too, sis.
What brings you home?
We have unfinished business. We have to go back to where it all started.
Lucky us.
One thing's for sure. It's gonna be a hell of a reunion.
Still fits. Family. Back together again.
You got fat.
Who can stop for that? You're awfully quiet, Quest.
So loud.
Is it finished for you yet?
It has
long
just
trailer.
finished for me, yeah.
Cool. In which case, we need to start talking again because hey, we're the stream might be behind, but we're not.
That's true.
We need to start watching it together in sync with it.
Yeah, 100%. That's a mistake. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so loud, and I was like, I can't turn it down. We're halfway through. That look weird.
It might just be because I don't have an interest in Black Widow as a superhero, but it doesn't.
She's not a superhero. She's a spy at best.
Batman's not a superhero. He's just a millionaire.
He's technically a detective, but they can't put that on
No,
screen.
he's
Oh
a
no! He's a detective. Okay. Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Superman's not a superhero. He's an alien.
Okay. Anyway, what? So that I believe that's supposed to take place between Civil War and the events of Infinity War, for those of people that have watched them. Because obviously...
Infinity War was the most recent one, right? No,
No,
it's the one before
Endgame.
the most recent one.
Yeah.
Infinity War was the, hey, here's 3 hours of nothing until the next movie comes out.
Which is 3 hours of hopefully something happens.
Yeah, right. Okay, so before the 3 hours of nothing, Black Widow was doing nothing. 'Cause
Black
she's
Widow was
Widow.
off saying hello to what looks like her sister,
Whoa.
potentially.
I'm super unhyped for this, I'm sorry.
I really, really wanted to see this about 4 years ago.
I'm gonna get called like super sexist and stuff, but superhero women are just...
Hey, now, Catwoman is a great film. But no, seriously, I wanted this film to happen so badly 4 years ago, but now with the events of Endgame, for anyone that hasn't watched it, you're an idiot, but spoiler alert, where she dies, it's kind of like, I'm not that bothered anymore, because we're not going to see more of her. But at the same time, I think this will be a good film. They've got some quirky characters from comic books that people that read them will like.
I hope it's good.
They have the Russian equivalent of Captain America, whose name is evading me as well, and that's going to be funny. He's supposed to be a very good character.
I'm honestly more looking forward to Frozen 2, and I didn't like Frozen 1 that much.
Frozen 2 will be smashing.
Oh no! Oh fuck!
Do you want to build another snowman?
Oh,
But in my defense, Emma will be here just after it comes out, and she will probably love to go see Frozen 2. So it's like 3 brownie points for me. So that's why I'm looking out. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. I like it.
The first Frozen was good. It was just overplayed. Come on, Oda, let's be real. I wish I wanted it was okay.
Do you know
but
how many times I've heard the soundtrack for Frozen 1?
You'll have the kids, so 19 million.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Oh, fuck. And they just stopped listening to it. Damn it, yeah.
Your face looks genuinely disgusted.
I'm so fucking sick of Frozen.
That's so sad.
It's like,
Yeah, Emma will be your excuse, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to... Oh, I forgot you did this to Donkey. I should get rid of this.
No, you shouldn't. What do
Tap,
you mean?
tap, tappity. Oh, look, leggings! Go and get some
Merch of the week.
leggings.
My Gavin,
because
there's some of these. She loves them. She literally swears by them.
we should get rid of
Wears
this
them
model and
as
just
often as she can.
put the picture of Emma doing the splits in the air on this picture.
Okay, I think she's watching, so yeah, she is.
I don't have that
yeah, well-
picture to hand, unfortunately.
Emma, I'm gonna take some provocative pictures of you in them leggings when you're here. I'd send them only to Oda.
As well as Nees. For anyone that's watching,
Anyone?
Oda's name's at the top. It's Kimberline. Go send her some hash 3000. Go send her some pictures of
Doesn't
some
matter on your
elbows.
gender, your weight, get some leggings. They don't have to be your leggings. Borrow your sisters, your mums, your aunties.
And send them to Oda.
And if you've got no leggings, thigh highs will do. Tights will do. Like just anything in
Some
that
big
department.
socks.
Yeah.
Emma says she can't do the splits, but she'll learn by the time she leaves.
I'm sure she will. Oda, what have you been playing this week?
What do you think she's been playing this week?
I mean, it's on my screen, so I'm going to have to guess. Wow.
Wrong thought.
Ah!
yes. World of Warcraft. Nothing
Right.
new, nothing exciting.
Nerd.
That's a shame. That sounded sarcastic, but it genuinely is a shame. It's good when new DLC drops and people get excited for it.
And yeah, Sims 4. And they recently, at least as far as I know, released a new expansion pack
Oh,
about going to university. I don't remember the name because there's like
19
three
million.
three
Almost as
university
many as
packs.
Frozen
Yeah.
plays. Yeah.
Been playing a bit of that. I like it. Not sure if it's worth the price. But
How
it's
much is
on
it,
the-
out of curiosity?
Ish.
I paid in Norwegian kroners. I don't know how much that is in.
I can tell you how much
Pounds.
is Norwegian krona.
I think it was 300.
300. See, it sounds excessive, but it's not. It's 25 quid.
Oh, that's
And
a
it's
lot.
on. It's
is a
on
lot.
the better end of all the expansion packs that's been in Sims 4 so far. It's been really shit, a lot of them.
Savage.
I don't think
No,
I would ever buy
it's
a
just
Sims pack.
it's just very underwhelming. Like for the price, you get nothing.
Yeah.
I got Sims 4 for free,
But-
and I
but-
haven't played
but-
it, so...
In fairness, though, if you feel like that's underwhelming, you could go buy one skin on Rocket League instead.
Go buy a skin for something I don't play.
Goes full circle, boy. And you've also been playing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is a fucking phenomenal game. With or without the
Yes.
art, it's still good.
I've played with my twin sister actually, so we've
Yep,
been.
twin.
There's two Oders?
I have a twin, non-identical. We don't look alike.
Ah.
That's good.
I
But
want
yeah,
to
no,
double
I-
down
I
on the
won't-
Oders in the world.
I won't. I don't. I won't bring her in because she won't show her face. But yeah, we'll be playing that together.
Oh, it is fun. It is fun. It's even more fun if you play with Danish people who aren't very good at English and get really angry when they can't understand what's happening.
Oh, like just all the weird shit
I
we say to each
guarantee-
other.
I guarantee
get
you,
it, understand.
Nicholas is watching.
Yeah, he is. Talking about you.
Like we've come up with like slang terms for different things. all the different games have like a name that we've come up with ourselves.
Yeah.
And the symbols is like, oh yeah, well the octopus symbol. Okay, yeah, well.
But again, right, yeah, and that makes sense to you. And that would make Chris and I, after playing like once or twice, could probably do the same thing.
Mm.
But some words don't really translate that well to Danish.
No.
Just at all. No, I get that though. Me and Jono used to play zombies all the time, and it's like you've got to put in a sequence of letters, and no idea what this sequence of letters is because it's in gibbledy-gook. And so he's just like, it's the E, and I'm like, there is no E. Nah, but it's the E. I'm like, brilliant, it's the E.
Yeah.
It's the half circle.
Yeah, when you're doing symbols and don't keep talking, it's like, yeah, the candle. What? Just the candle. And then
Yeah,
people
there's
go,
the
"Oh."
candlestick.
Yeah.
Or whatever you call it.
I've been playing Rocket League more, League of Legends for banter, and West Game because the new state started. It's hype, come play, I love it. It's awesome. We literally own the state. There's people from other states leaving their state to come to our state. It's great. There's 2 channels. Get down there, join me, have fun. You've been playing Rocket League as well, Chris? What a surprise.
Honestly though, had a great time yesterday with Creeps and Lucian. We just went on a tear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Creeps told me. I don't want to throw shade at Creeps right now. He's way better than I am.
I'm not going to throw shade at this guy. He's really good.
But
He couldn't carry you.
um
He told me he couldn't carry you.
he tried too hard to carry me.
You're not a bad player.
Like he was saying things like I'm too defensive and I should be more aggressive and stuff. But then, and again, don't want to throw shade at the guy. He is much better than I am. Would ball chase constantly, and I'm like, well, it's kind of hard for me to do that when you're glued to the ball. Like,
Nah, easy,
he's a
man.
great player.
Oh, for sure. Like, we had a great time yesterday. And yeah, Subterfuge. That's that mobile game that I mentioned last week. I suck at this game. I do not remember to check on it often enough, and my housemate turned me into a farm. I am now a farm for him because I am not worth being a person.
Yeah, that's the entire State 26 on West Game. Just saying.
Yeah, that's really sad for me. I was semi enjoying it, but kept forgetting to play it. And when I went back to play it after a couple of days, it was like, oh look, Chris is being terrorized. Guess he's gonna have to die. And so I'm now hiding between like there's just this cloud of beige, which is him, and there's me pink right in the middle. Didn't pick my color. Right in the middle, just on my own, just farming away. Like, hi guys.
Nice.
And yeah, Prison Architect's still fun. Been watching all the MCU films for Advent and playing Prison Architect whilst I'm watching them.
I've had other people that have bought it recently as well because it's been on sale, but I think, and saying that they're loving it too.
Yeah.
So that's good. What's coming out?
What's coming out? GTFO. Oh no, I looked both these games up before I looked at them because these were the ones that I thought looked good.
GTFO sounds like a horror game to me. I think
I was
I've
about to
actually
say
heard of
one
this.
of them's a horror game.
Yeah, it is GTFO. I have seen this. It's an upcoming first-person shooter survival horror cooperative game developed by Swedish indie studios 10 Changes Collective.
Swedish.
It looked
me.
really good.
Excuse me,
think-
my girlfriend's half Swedish. You buckle.
I think it's coming out. I think it's coming out tomorrow for PC. And from what it looked like on my lunch break today, it looked really cool.
Oh.
There's me sitting watching game trailers on my lunch break, by the way.
I don't play scary stuff, so don't ask me to play with you. However, Bonewet is an experimental physics VR adventure.
How was it? It was the VR one. This looked really interesting, and I can't play it because I don't have VR, but it looks really cool.
It does look good. It still probably won't outdo Half-Life 3's VR, but hey, good luck.
Half-Life Alex, get it right.
Oh, yeah, Half-Life point whatever.
2.2.7.
Yeah. Game deals of the week, and the Automata is 33% off for £20.09. That's been out for a while now. So it's good that it finally went on sale. And Daedalic Entertainment have up to 96% off. They have a lot of like indie style games, and a lot of like cooperative fun to play multiplayer games too.
Anything I'll have heard of?
Probably, but I don't remember.
Smashing. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is 70% off on the PS Store, which is still probably stupidly priced because PlayStation Store's broken.
It's Eternal Collection. I think that's with the expansion pack and a few more bits and bobs. So.
How old is Diablo 3 now?
Too
Not
old
saying
to
it's-
be
not saying it's not a good game.
15 or 16 euros. It's a bit.
Yeah. Diablo 4 got announced anyway at BlizzCon, didn't it? So, it's like there's still a competitive scene with Diablo 3, I believe. So, it's probably still worth picking up. This is spelt wrong at order. I would call it Jotun. That is supposed to be the 27th letter in the alphabet that we don't have because we're normal people. You know, the U sound that Danish people have or whatever it is? Yeah, that one. So, that's
Do you
probably
want me
not.
to change it?
No, it's fine. It won't update on the podcast anyway.
Ah, shit.
So I would say that's Jotun Valhalla edition, but that's probably wrong.
Jotun.
That does.
That sounds Valhalla-y.
Yeah.
Like Jotun or Jotun in Norwegian is a brand of paint, wall paint.
Well, this is Valhalla wall paint then. So.
Valhalla Wall Paint Edition. Sounds real good and it's free on Epic Games.
And Battletech Monster Boy in the Curse Kingdom is 50% off at £12.49 on GOG. Those of you who use it, so hop on over there.
I've made a mistake.
That.
Nothing happened. Nobody saw anything. I think that's us for the week. Am I right? Is there anything else?
Clip of the week, but I don't think we have one this week.
If I can barely get the YouTube to run, there's no chance I've got a clip of the week running. But I will have by next week if Donkey isn't back, which I don't think he is because Guy doesn't stop working over Christmas.
Yeah, he doesn't, so we'll have to see. But it's fine. I prefer having an order anyway.
Yeah, it is way better.
Yeah, she knew the word that we didn't know. Donkey never would have knew that.
He would have done. He'd have just shouted it at us.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a good one. now that you mention it, yeah, he probably would have just yelled. So, thanks everybody who tuned in. You want to catch us on the update? We'll be there Wednesday, 5 PM, maybe a little later. You know,
Probably late.
Probably late. And we'll be back for the podcast next week.
Smiles.
Peace. God, that's loud.